Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, so you never miss a play. The Washington Commanders entered their Week 15 matchup against the New York Giants with weather conditions that threatened to limit the aerial game, as snow and freezing temperatures hovered over the stadium and made the passing attack a potential liability. With the absence of their starting running back Chris Rodriguez Jr., sidelined due to a groin injury, many expected the Commanders to face significant challenges in establishing any offensive rhythm. Yet, despite the early forecast, the weather cleared enough at kickoff to allow for a more balanced approach, though the team leaned heavily on its ground game, showcasing not just resilience, but a deliberate strategy to impose its physical will on the Giants' defense. Ja'Cory Crosky-Merritt and Jeremy McNichols combined for 27 carries, amassing 102 rushing yards and a touchdown, proving that Washington was prepared to control the line of scrimmage and dictate the tempo of the contest from the opening whistle. Offensive lineman Sam Cosmi was effusive in his post-game remarks about the team's mindset, emphasizing the pride and satisfaction that comes from imposing dominance on opposing defenses. "Trust me, I love running the ball," Cosmi said. "So anytime we can inflict our will on the defenders, to me, I love that." His comments reflected a philosophy that extends beyond mere statistics, highlighting a focus on complementary football, where the ground game sets up opportunities for explosive plays through the air. This dual-threat approach was evident throughout the contest, particularly as quarterback Marcus Mariota was able to leverage play-action passes, creating space and timing advantages that allowed his receivers to make meaningful gains. Mariota, completing just over half of his 19 pass attempts, connected notably with star wide receiver Terry McLaurin and tight end Ben Sinnott. McLaurin hauled in 3 passes for 69 yards, including a pivotal 51-yard touchdown that underscored the importance of taking calculated risks when the defense is stretched thin by the running game. Sinnott, meanwhile, contributed a 36-yard gain that, aside from an almost costly miscue, set the stage for Washington to effectively close out the first half. This interplay between established stars and emerging talent exemplified the Commanders' commitment to blending experience with youthful energy, creating a balanced attack that can adjust dynamically based on situational demands. Rookies, in particular, were standout contributors on both sides of the ball, signaling that Washington's developmental pipeline is yielding immediate returns. Crosky-Merritt, whose performance marked his first rushing touchdown since Week 5, carried with confidence and agility, racking up 96 yards while benefiting from the strong push provided by the offensive line. His emergence as a reliable option not only helped balance the offensive attack, but also provided a glimpse into the team's depth and ability to sustain pressure throughout the game. Complementing this effort was a critical 90-second stretch near the end of the first half, in which rookie wide receiver Jalen Lane electrified the crowd with a 63-yard punt return touchdown, his second of the season. On the same sequence, second-year cornerback Mike Sainristil intercepted New York quarterback Jackson Dart, setting up kicker Jake Moody for a 42-yard field goal as time expired. These plays illustrated the value of developing young players into key contributors who can influence the outcome in multiple facets of the game. Cosmi reflected on the importance of fostering such growth, recalling his own rookie struggles and the steep learning curve faced by first-year players. "I just remember my rookie year, and I felt like my head was on backwards for most of the season, so being able to see that develop young guys, we need that on this team to be able to develop young guys and have them be key pillars moving forward," he said. His comments highlighted not only the individual progress of players like Crosky-Merritt and Lane, but also the broader organizational philosophy of investing in youth as foundational building blocks for sustainable success. The integration of these emerging talents alongside established veterans like Mariota and McLaurin created a synergy that allowed the Commanders to dictate momentum in ways that were both strategic and emotionally energizing for the team and its fanbase. The game's defining moments were punctuated by key strategic decisions that demonstrated both confidence and precision. McLaurin's fourth-quarter touchdown, for instance, came on a 1st and 20 deep shot orchestrated by offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury. While many might have expected a conservative approach to regain yardage, Kingsbury dialed up an aggressive play call that Mariota executed with surgical accuracy, threading the ball between defenders to allow McLaurin to complete a spin move into the end zone. This score extended Washington's lead to 2 possessions, effectively putting the game out of reach. Though late turnovers did allow the Giants a window to mount a comeback, even so, the dominant performance across the majority of the contest underscored the physical and mental resilience of the Commanders, emphasizing that victories can be achieved not only through statistical superiority, but through calculated execution and the ability to impose one's will when it matters most. Despite the minor blemishes late in the game, the narrative for Washington is overwhelmingly positive, particularly given that this was the team's first win into months. Cosme, reflecting on the collective effort, framed the victory not merely as a return to the win column, but as a testament to the grit and cohesion developed over a challenging stretch of the season. Today wasn't easy, but we got it done. It's my first win since I've been back, so it's nice, he said, encapsulating the emotional and professional satisfaction that comes from persevering through adversity. The performance demonstrated that Washington's offense is capable of leveraging both the running and passing games effectively, integrating rookies into key roles while still relying on the precision and experience of veterans, and executing high-stakes plays that shift momentum at critical junctures as the team looks ahead. The lessons from Week 15 provide a blueprint for sustained success. The combination of a balanced offensive attack, the emergence of young playmakers, and the physical dominance of the offensive line creates a foundation on which the Commanders can build confidence for the remaining games of the season. The performance also reinforces the leadership of players like Cosme and Mariota, whose ability to marshal both talent and strategic vision ensures that the team can adapt to varying game conditions and maintain a competitive edge. In many ways, this win serves as a validation of the broader strategy implemented by the coaching staff and front office, demonstrating that careful development, deliberate play calling, and the willingness to assert physical dominance are essential ingredients for turning potential into tangible results on the field. Ultimately, the Week 15 victory against the Giants was more than just a single-game achievement. It was a reflection of growth, cohesion, and the capacity to overcome adversity by blending the contributions of rookies with the experience of established stars, executing complementary football that maximized both the running and passing games, and maintaining mental toughness under challenging weather and late-game pressure. The Commanders illustrated that they can compete at a high level when all elements come together. The narrative of this game, from the breakout performances to the decisive fourth-quarter plays, tells a story of a team finding its identity and asserting its will, a story that resonates not only with players and coaches, but with fans hungry for a return to consistent success. With lessons learned and confidence regained, the Commanders now have a blueprint to carry forward, combining skill, strategy, and determination into a formula capable of producing wins and building momentum for the critical stretch of the season ahead. This performance also signals a bright future for Washington, with rookies like Krosky, Merritt, and Lane demonstrating the ability to make game-changing contributions, while veterans like McLaurin continue to provide reliable production in key moments. The interplay of youth and experience, guided by the tactical acumen of Kingsbury and supported by a cohesive offensive line, offers a glimpse of a team that can sustain excellence under diverse conditions. Beyond the immediate results, Week 15 showcased the Commanders' identity as a team that thrives on physicality, mental resilience, and strategic execution, proving that even in challenging circumstances, they are capable of asserting dominance and creating opportunities for success. With the first victory into months now secured, Washington has not only ended a winless streak, but also set a precedent for how to approach the remaining games with confidence, cohesion, and an unwavering commitment to imposing their will on any opponent. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. In what could easily be described as one of the most shocking turns in modern football history, the whispers around the league have finally reached a crescendo. Tom Brady, the legendary quarterback whose name is synonymous with championships, precision, and an almost mythical football IQ, is reportedly coming out of retirement. But this isn't just a simple return to the field, no. The speculation swirling around the NFL universe suggests that Brady is stepping in as both quarterback and head coach for the Washington Commanders. Imagine that for a moment. The 7-time Super Bowl champion, whose very presence has altered the course of games and rewritten records, Allegedly taking over a team not just as a player, but as the strategic mastermind behind the entire operation, all in the final 3 weeks of the season. It's a narrative that reads like something out of a Hollywood script, and yet, if the rumors hold even a shred of truth, it could redefine how we think about leadership and longevity in sports. Sources close to this situation hint that the Commanders' front office has been in a frenzy of meetings, phone calls, and secret discussions, all aimed at convincing Brady to don the uniform one more time. The speculation is that they see this move not just as a desperate bid for victories in the closing weeks of the season, but as a statement, a declaration that no matter how long the odds are against them, they are willing to make a bold, unprecedented gamble. The idea of a player also assuming head coaching responsibilities is almost unheard of in the modern era, where specialization and delegation dominate the sport. Yet here we have Brady, a man whose meticulous preparation and encyclopedic knowledge of offensive and defensive schemes have always set him apart, possibly stepping into a dual role that could challenge the very fabric of conventional NFL wisdom. Fans and analysts alike are buzzing with questions. Could he truly manage both responsibilities? Would this be sustainable, even for a player of his caliber, or is this merely a spectacle? A daring experiment designed to galvanize the fan base and put the league on notice? The rumor mill suggests that Brady's return isn't simply motivated by unfinished business. In the win-loss column, there are whispers that his competitive fire has been reignited, that the mere thought of stepping into a huddle, calling audibles, and executing plays under pressure has stirred something that retirement could never fully extinguish. There's also talk that he sees this as a chance to leave a new kind of legacy, one that transcends his previous achievements. By simultaneously controlling the playbook and leading on the field, Brady could, in theory, demonstrate a mastery over the game that few have ever attempted. Speculative accounts from insiders suggest that the locker room dynamics have shifted dramatically in recent days, with players and staff alike alternating between skepticism, awe, and cautious excitement. The very notion that a living legend is potentially walking the hallways, studying film, and preparing to call plays as if he were both a teacher and a student at once, has injected a renewed sense of energy into a franchise that has struggled to define its identity. In recent seasons, analysts are already theorizing about how such a dual role would impact game planning. Some argue that having Brady at the helm could lead to more aggressive, daring play calling, as his experience allows him to read defenses in ways that even veteran coaches might envy. Others caution that the strain of performing as both quarterback and head coach could be immense, potentially leading to fatigue or lapses in focus that could affect execution on crucial downs. Yet the speculation persists that Brady is uniquely suited to such a challenge. His work ethic is legendary, his attention to detail unrivaled, and his leadership qualities have always inspired teammates to elevate their performance. If these rumors are accurate, the NFL might be about to witness a scenario that blends strategy, athleticism, and charisma in a way that is practically cinematic. It is almost impossible to imagine the kind of meticulous preparation involved, studying opponent tendencies, designing game plans, coordinating practice schedules, all while maintaining peak physical conditioning to perform at quarterback. The sheer audacity of this move, if true, speaks volumes about the ambition not only of the player, but of the franchise daring enough to entertain such a notion. Fans across social media have erupted with speculation, theories, and predictions. Some are skeptical, questioning whether a player even one as accomplished as Brady could realistically manage both roles without compromising performance. Others are embracing the drama, envisioning storylines where Brady orchestrates miraculous comebacks, manipulates defensive schemes with surgical precision, and inspires a team to perform beyond expectations. Memes, reaction videos, and heated debates flood platforms, with hashtags hinting at Brady the coach, QB headmaster, and Commander Brady. Even casual observers of the sport are drawn into the conversation, caught between disbelief and awe at the idea that such a legendary figure might simultaneously manage the game and execute it on the field. There is, undeniably, a sense that if this speculation proves accurate, it would represent a bold experiment in leadership, strategy, and endurance, a narrative that football fans would be talking about for generations. Behind the scenes, the rumor mill is relentless. There are whispers about Brady's contract, suggesting clauses that would allow for unprecedented control over play calling, personnel decisions, and in-game strategy. Some insiders hint that he might have negotiated full autonomy over the offense, a level of influence typically reserved for a general manager or head coach, reflecting a mutual trust between the player and the franchise. Additionally, there are murmurs about how this decision might impact the locker room culture. Younger players, some of whom have never seen Brady in uniform, could suddenly find themselves learning directly from one of the sport's greatest minds, absorbing not just technique but philosophy, preparation methods, and the mental approach that has allowed him to dominate for more than 2 decades. If even a fraction of these rumors are true, the mentorship potential alone could redefine the development trajectory of the entire roster, offering a masterclass in leadership under pressure. Speculation extends even to the strategic nuances of game day. Could Brady, as quarterback, audibly adjust plays at the line of scrimmage while simultaneously maintaining a bird's-eye view of the entire team's execution as coach? Some believe that technology, communication tools, and assistance could make this possible, though it would require an unprecedented level of coordination and trust. Others argue that part of the charm of this rumor lies precisely in its improbability. The mere suggestion that Brady could juggle these responsibilities simultaneously, even for 3 weeks, challenges the limits of conventional football thinking. Observers have begun to imagine scenarios in which his decisions are scrutinized under intense pressure, and every choice, every audible, every call, every adjustment becomes a talking point for analysts, commentators, and fans alike. The tension between feasibility and spectacle makes the story irresistible, and it is this tension that fuels the rumor's persistence, generating conversation that shows no signs of slowing down. Ultimately, whether or not Tom Brady actually steps onto the field as both quarterback and head coach, the speculation alone has reinvigorated a season that was otherwise progressing in predictable patterns. Conversations that once revolved around wins, losses, and player stats are now infused with drama, anticipation, and the tantalizing possibility of witnessing history in real time. If these rumors hold even a kernel of truth, the Commanders could be on the verge of executing a maneuver that is as daring as it is unprecedented, redefining conventional wisdom about leadership, endurance, and the boundaries of athletic excellence. Fans, analysts, and rivals alike are watching closely, caught between disbelief, skepticism, and excitement, all wondering the same question: could Tom Brady really do it? Could the man who has conquered so many heights in football history now rise to a challenge so unique, so audacious, that it seems almost mythological? For now, we wait, speculate, and imagine, as the rumor of Brady as quarterback and coach continues to electrify the league, promising a narrative that is as captivating as it is unpredictable, and a storyline that football enthusiasts will be dissecting for months, if not years, to come. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.